Welcome, one and all, to the illustrious University for Adventurers, Explorers, and Travelers all throughout the world. The esteemed halls of Shelley University. Its grandeur dates back several generations. Since the very beginning, it has been seen as one of the greatest halls of academia everywhere. You have various legends that were started here. You have various gifted individuals that had their greatest building blocks tracing through our hallowed halls ever since we were a simple small building in the middle of this island that has soon grown into its own micronation. Well over 1,000 schools of your favorite studies. Well over millions of townhouse dorms for all of the best to walk through and to feel as empowered and as enriched as the very soul itself can attest to mold into the greatest of the greats in a way that many others would soon doubt, because none have ever walked from these halls and felt as if they could never be purely great the same way as a illustrious alum from Shelley University. The very words from that broadcast reverberate through the ears of many a freshman. The various sounds of happy people in the background watching people display the use of their powers manifested thanks to the Pandoria in 1763. The overarching individuals across many different continents sending their children here in a neat little melting pot to where some people still end up having families on campus, some don't, but many individuals in a unique way end up feeling a nice camaraderie that comes from the illustrious Shelley University. All of this wrapping around the minds of many people before, for the 6th time this year, there is a wide chain reaction based explosion that ripples through the Western campus, where inside of a soundproof and escape-proof dome of sorts, a lot of the people that were caught in the crossfires are either hobbling or being carried off to the nearby medical facilities and whatnot, are watching as the illustrious main dean of the school, Dean Nescha. I'm sorry, I messed up the name. Nascha. There we go, Nascha. Which, for your guys' notes, I will put her name down right here in the side for you. Dean...
Wait, shit, we're supposed to take notes.
Anyway, I have no time for that. Where Dean Nascha, this illustrious female centaur folk with very long chestnut hair with waves of red intertwined in various locks, and her nice tailor-made blazer with a nice tweed vest underneath. No undershirt. Although a lot of people think she's a boy because she's kind of very flat-chested, unfortunately. Beautiful face, but does not have what many people would call a feminine figure, but she does not care. As right now she is reprimanding 2 freshmen that for over a semester, ever since starting in the 1992 class, have gone through several different iterations of causing destruction, causing panic, and causing unrest, where let's have a big reintroduction to the mini-series of events for Emira and Sephi. as you two are the ones being chewed up and spat out by the main dean herself. How would you two like to describe
Lovely.
your guys' characters after the last miniseries?
I told you not to hit that guy. Oh, so now you have nothing to say. She's just gonna poke Sephi. Amira's just gonna poke Sephi in the chin.
Well, listen, she has no words as she's trying to make this seem like it was justified, because growing up in the heavens, she saw things and she has a strong sense of justice. So when this said random guy on campus, whatever the fuck his name is, started an altercation and would not be told no by her dear sister, she tried to intervene, and the guy had shoved her, so she thought, okay, defend mode, and beat the shit out of him. So she's just sitting here trying to make sense and being like, I thought I was doing the right thing, sis. I mean, I did good.
No.
Partially.
And look where we ended up. Once again.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
I thought
people.
Stomping down one of the hooves to get your attention, to see her penetrating stare to your souls.
Uh-oh.
Ladies, I don't like to repeat myself for children of your status in the world, but allow me to make this point very, very clear. We are an institution for learning, for training, and for molding for the purposes of doing something productive with the world. And petty squabbles that could be settled in a better manner on my premises are not ideals that we should be carrying for this illustrious landmass that we are standing on, where the only reason I have not stomped your skulls into the dirt to fertilize the various plants and overall lovely things that the gardening students have been doing is only because of your father giving a nice donation for what we have. Now, try to pretend that I'm one of your associates that you know so well on campus at this point, and try to walk through for me why I shouldn't just expel you and collect 3 of your limbs as means to have payback for what you have done today, to send 30,000 students to the infirmary and killing 20 in the process.
Sis, help me out here.
Amira's just gonna glare at Sephi, arms crossed, and just lean back in her chair.
Sephi will sigh and not sure how to word or how to phrase this. Ma'am, all due respect, I apologize for my actions. I saw a guy harassing my sister, and I took things too far.
I didn't. This is the 7th incident since you enrolled last year, and you're saying this is too far.
Zero isn't even in this room or part of this conversation. I'm pretty sure even he feels the awkwardness and tension from where he is.
I mean, you guys, we'll introduce your characters soon, but you're able to see this because it's all in the quad in the silent dome that's happening right now.
So, like, we see what's occurring, but we don't hear like any of the words being spoken.
Yes.
So yeah, I wince because I'm seeing. I want to make sure I get her name correct. I have notes. I seen Dean Nascha looking pretty pissed, and so I'm just going, oh, that can't be good. And I look up at my bonded beast. It's not going to surprise me if any of you see him because he's pretty hard to miss. Lobo. He is a dire wolf, dark white fur, icy blue eyes, and he's just sitting next to me. And every time Dean Nastya makes that glare and stomps her hoof, his ears flatten and he whines a bit because he's bigger than her, but even he knows, no.
So, from there, still in the dome, for a lot of people to witness this, where the dean had to summon rain to put out the fire. That's why you guys can hear the rain and thunder right now.
Oh.
She's just pinching the bridge of her nose, trying to find the words for it, just like, ladies, I can understand a lot of things, whether it's for the idea of protection, the overall demeanor of thinking you're doing the right thing. For that was something of a thought many of us have in the everyday world. But I would believe your father would point out that what you think should be done in the real world should not, lest you all repeat the same mistakes that they have done, which have led to, oh, I don't know, the creation of the abomination pantheon for that illustrious religion in Dresdek, the imminent death that came from a royal Aeronox, from a poisoning effect, from his own wedding weekend, by the way. And let's not also forget the fact that there was the Hell tournament where one of the beautiful wave makers was now reported to be one of the biggest reasons that there was the overall slaughter that we had that entire facilitated week. Sometimes just running forth thinking what you're doing is best is never the smartest option when you don't understand ramifications as the overall note of the day. So, first things first, if you notice your sister was being harassed again, why didn't you go to someone from the faculty to do something for this student, since, although they have a nice stipend for themselves, they are still our responsibility at the end of the day. Especially mine. Second thing, if you're going to do something that you're not supposed to, setting off a chain explosion for buildings that we have to slowly reconstruct bit by bit, not magically, but finding the components to do this exactly as it was done when we first erected these buildings, that we had to stomach doing all of this as a consequence, was that the smartest move? And third and finally, I have still not heard the answer of why I shouldn't just expel you right now and send you back to your mother and father with only one limb to your name, just in a box, floating in the seas.
Respectfully, I should have, yes, went to you immediately or one of the members of the school board, and I apologize for that. In that moment, I did not want to leave my sister alone with this man, and when I tried to intervene and talk to them, they had shoved me, and I should have never reacted the way that I reacted, and thus escalating the damage and chaos I brought, and I deeply apologize. I don't want my mistakes to risk losing what our parents have done for us, and I really like this school. I want to learn. I want to become what we both want to become, and I don't want to lose that opportunity.
Hold that thought, dear. And all she does is crack the knuckles on her right hand to then have the ground shake underneath Emira, just to have her rattle out of the position and then be tossed to the ground to the right of her. This is a hearing for both of you, and you need to also speak. Don't just put the blame on your sister, you also need to speak as well.
Hold on, my mic is being funky.
God dang it, microphone. I am cooking right now, son of a bitch!
Let the man cook!
I'm
Are
trying.
we-
Everything is fine.
Point of clarification. Are we standing in the rain right now as this is happening?
No. You guys are in the nearby buildings of the quad, watching this from various points.
Okay. Am I able to do something?
Go ahead.
As Chad is looking out the window, loomingly, they pronounce to themselves, the rain shan't cause any pain, but instead represent the stain of society. Fuck capitalism. And and they're looking at their notes as they're writing and talking this out loud, looking very prolific and thinking that they sound prolific.
Chad,
Assuming
what the
that
fuck
we're
are
in-
you talking about?
Yeah, I'm assuming we're all in we're in separate buildings, so
yeah.
I'm gonna assume that I don't hear this. Okay.
Your dire wolf will, you won't.
Okay, Lobo would probably just kind of like he's a wolf, but even wolves react the same way regular dogs do. Just look in that direction wherever he heard that, and just tilt his head, looking very confused. And I go, Lobo, what is it, boy? Oh, someone said something confusing. Ah, okay. Yeah, that tends to happen a lot around here. Try not to pay too much attention to it, boy. You're fine.
Oh.
What's not fine is, well, one of those two down there. Ooh, that's not gonna end well.
And now, back to Kara, hopefully with the mic working. I'm hoping.
Amira would stand up and dust herself off a bit. And just kind of go, I'm not entirely sure what to say. I've been doing my best. It doesn't seem to be good enough in some cases. Not to mention why people think they can just come up to me and go, hey! It's rather annoying. But that doesn't excuse the actions that happened.
Well, ladies, I can't really promise much, but I can say this. Until I clear things with your mother and father in what I'm assuming is hopefully hospitable lands in Auslin, you will be on dorm arrest until further things can be resolved. So if you were to leave the Western campus in general, like say go to Central or try to leave a boat out of here, or in your case, Emira, think that your teleportation will do any good, I'll just take all 4 limbs and send you in a body bag back home. Am I understood, ladies?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I imagine the two of them look a few shades pale about now.
Good. And then with one clap, the dome drops to have the rain hit down on Sephi and Emira, but the head dean is completely dry. Like the water came down, but then just slid down her body like it was nothing. She's just dry from the elements. After which she just kind of straightens her vest a little bit, and then is just proclaiming as loudly for everyone to hear, "Attention students! The rest of the day's studies will be on hold. Make sure you all stay within a nice little study hall area until it's time to resume studies, for we have to do some rebuilds. Meanwhile, let's let's see here. You just pointing what seems to be out of nowhere, but just stretching past to be near one of the buildings, leaving their studies, which is a clear 300 feet away from her position, points at your character, Ash. How would you introduce / describe your character for us?
Anya stands about 5'7", 5'8" on a good day, depending on if she's wearing her platform boots. She is currently wearing ripped black jeans with a chain hanging around on the side. She is currently wearing black fingerless gloves, a black crop top that has like a skull in the front of it, and a sleeveless hoodie. Her hair is currently up in a ponytail, which goes from a almost chestnut color to a dark auburn red tone. And she quickly comes towards where the dean is.
Good. Take these two back to their dorm in Rorschach Row. Make sure they do not leave their overall rooms. For if they end up leaving their dorm townhouse... Oh, those are some nice nails you've got there, Anya.
Thank you.
I'll have your fingers for a fucking necklace if you have them leave their dorm. Am I understood?
Understood.
Good.
All right, you two, come on, let's go.
Oh boy.
Right.
Quickly.
Mira would speed up.